is going to be special.
Vancouver will host 7 matches for the FIFA Men's World Cup, and neighboring Surrey is pitching in.
From June the 11th to July the 19th, the City of Surrey will be hosting live screenings of World Cup games at 3 locations across our city. And here's the best part. They're all completely free.
The fan zones will be at Surrey Civic Plaza, Cloverdale Agriplex, and South Surrey Athletic Park. Along with live coverage, fans will also get live entertainment and food.
I'm going to make sure I don't miss any of these moments because the fans are what make this World Cup.
The tournament will see over 100 matches. The first June 11th in Mexico City, along with Vancouver's 7 matches, Toronto will host 6 games. The final one will be July 19th in New Jersey. Many here are eager to welcome the world.
Hosting the tournament gives us a powerful platform, a chance to showcase BC as a world-class destination for business, talent, and investment.
And with hundreds of thousands of fans expected in town, transit is upping its game.
TransLink is boosting service across all of our modes: bus, SkyTrain, SeaBus, and West Coast Express.
That includes a dedicated shuttle to the fan festival at the PNE. But for those lucky enough to go to games at BC Place, Yaletown Roundhouse, and Stadium Chinatown SkyTrain stations won't be an option because of a security perimeter.
When you're getting off the SkyTrain to get to a match at BC Place, Vancouver, you will need to use Main Street Science World, not Stadium Station.
The first match here at BC Place between Australia and yet-to-be-determined opponent is scheduled for June 13th.
Hey, this is Tina from Money Teacher. So, we are counting down to the World Cup, which is just 100 days, announcing plans to increase public transportation to accommodate the influx of soccer fans. Harry live at Sophie Stadium with how those plans are going. Harry, good morning.
Hey Tina, good morning. We're talking millions of fans coming to Los Angeles this summer. 3.5 months for FIFA, and while we're ready and excited about football, soccer, you name it, is really ready for all of these people. But before we get to that, let's get to the fun. 3.5 months away, we're talking. June 11:39. Teams: Atlanta, Miami, Los Angeles, Kansas City, Missouri, and Dallas are among the U.S. host cities with July 19th final being played at MetLife Stadium in East New Jersey, the federal government even offering the cities $100 million to improve transit. The first of the 39 games again will start on June 11th. Now, Los Angeles is hosting 8 matches at Sophie Stadium, here in Englewood, a 5-day fan fest, as well as La Memorial Coliseum, and officials say the fan zones will be across the county during this not 39-day tournament. But as we all know, LA traffic is going to put a damper on the fan experience, which is Olay's really bolstering the move to take Metro. Take public transportation instead of snarling freeways. La Metro will spend close to $1 million on shuttle buses to take fans to and from the matches, sent another way to get cars off the road. The long-promised multi-billion-dollar People Mover was supposed to help out. Now Lax is saying they're behind schedule. The People Mover won't likely be ready until the end of the year. Construction started on this People Mover back in 2019. Now the big question, too, is will it be clean enough to shine as we set the world stage where we're going? Hear from Karen Bass and other officials later this morning. Neo about how we all need to come together to help clean up Los Angeles. Continue to Tene.
Thank you, Harry, for updating us. The president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, new statement has arrived.
If a player covers his mouth and says something, and this has a consequence, a racist consequence, then he has to be sent off, obviously. We have to assume, there must be a presumption that he has said something he shouldn't have said. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had to cover his mouth.
I spoke to the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, after a meeting of the sports rulemakers about what they're doing to address the big issue troubling football racism. Perhaps unusually for FIFA, they are responding quite quickly to an incident. Vinicius Jr. reported being racially abused by Benfica Gianluca Pristani in a Champions League match just a week and a half ago. Pristani covered his mouth when the abuse is alleged to have been heard. Now, football's lawmakers are going to look at potential action that can be taken against players who cover their mouths when confronting an opponent.
And we are constantly trying to improve and move. We have to stop racism. We cannot just be satisfied by saying, well, it's a problem in society, so we cannot do anything about it except what we are already doing. And there was now indeed a case. I mean, this case has to be dealt with by the disciplinary bodies in UEFA, and that's one side of it. But what comes out of that is that there are situations which we did not foresee. I mean, there is racism in stadiums by fans, and obviously it's very difficult to control tens of thousands of fans, and we act when something happens and we educate. But then, if and I say if a racist incident happens on the pitch, involving players or coaches or whatever, then we cannot tolerate that. And one of the things I don't understand is why a player has to cover his or her mouth when he says something to another player. Of course, when you deal with a disciplinary case, you have to analyze the situation, you have to have evidence. But we cannot just be satisfied with that going forward. And that's why we proposed at this IFAB meeting to study a change of the laws of the game and of the disciplinary rules. This change to be proposed before the end of April so that we can implement it as well for the World Cup. I simply do not understand. If you don't have something to hide, you don't hide your mouth when you say something. That's it. As simple as that. And these are actions that we can take and we have to take in order to be serious about our fight against racism.
So the player could be sent off if they're covering their mouth?
100%. For me, he should be sent off.
So this fits into the wider picture of players in their workplace feeling that they can't perform their jobs without facing abuse. So those players going to any tournament, so this summer it's the World Cup, fearing if they're on the pitch they could face racist abuse from the stands, from even another player, or indeed on social media, making it uncomfortable to even play the sport that they love.
100%. I mean, we are acting on social media as well. We are stopping it. I mean, hundreds of thousands of messages. Sadly, we need to put the players in the best conditions to play. Again, when the fans are acting in a racist way, they will also be taken out and brought out of the stadium. And when a player does it, it's equally not admissible, and we need to act and we need to be decisive, and it has to have, again, a deterrent effect. We don't want to condemn anyone, and let me say one more thing. Maybe we should also think about not just punishing, but also somehow changing our culture, allowing players or whoever does something to apologize.
You know, you can do things that you don't want to do in a moment of anger or what to apologize, and then the sanction has to be different to move one step further, and maybe we should think about something like that as well in future. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel. Your remake's quite precious for us.